Okay, my name is Paul Sadoff, and I run a company called Lobster, and I build whatever people order, essentially.
So ENVE Composites is kind of in my backyard, or actually, I'm kind of in their backyard. I don't live too far away from the ENVE Composite factory plant, and this weekend is their ENVE Grodeo. And they have an open house that I thought I'd come and check out and see some of the custom bikes that folks have built to show off some of ENVE parts and talk with some of the builders. So sit back, enjoy some of the show that I captured and some of the cool builders I got to talk to. There was some awesome stuff here. And I also got to meet a bike building icon. Super cool. So check it out.
Okay, my name is Paul Sadoff, and I run a company called Lobster. Been in business full-time since 1988, and I build whatever people order, essentially, which could be a track bike, could be a gravel bike like I'm displaying here, could be a mountain bike, could be a road bike. Built some tandems, don't think I want to do that anymore though. I mean, it's less fun than it sounds.
Tell us about the bike you brought.
Okay, this is a steel gravel bike. This one's kind of the big tire model. It'll take as much as a 700 by 45 tire. It has, of course, the ENVE components on. It even has the new ENVE dropper post, which I think you do this. I can't drop it. I'm not strong enough.
Not high enough leverage to push it down.
No.
I have seen that dropper. I'm curious about it.
Yeah, and it's got the wheels. And it's got also a Easton EC90 carbon crank on it, which is what our racing team uses. And of course, the Chris King headset, which it's not supposed to have. It's supposed to have a white industry crank and a white industry bottom bracket and a white industry, headset. But the show came and the parts didn't arrive soon enough. So these are ENVE bottle cages, even. So,
what kind of steel is the frame?
This is mostly Columbus Zona, okay. Although the rear end is probably Dedachai, all steel. And the reason why I use Dedachai is because it was what I could get at the time. Tubing is a hit and miss thing, sometimes it's available, sometimes it's not, depending on the manufacturer. And so I just buy the best stuff I can get when I can get it, essentially. So,
cool.
Yeah.
Well, Paul, thanks for showing me your bike, and it's always cool to meet Icon.
Thanks for coming by, Icon.
Nice to meet you. I'm Pierre from Bordeaux Cycles from France. Custom bike made in house, one bad time, in Champagne area. So I did a custom bike in steel and titanium, and today we are at the ENVE Grodeo bike show. And we are happy. I'm happy to introduce the complete new platform. This one is the Panache TI frame, so it's completely new integrated road frame with some 3D printed parts, and printing one at a time for each customer. So we have the new 3D printed head tube to match the new ENVE cockpit one piece and the new ENVE fork for the road with 35mm clearance. We have also the brand new seat connection for ISP on this one, but also available on standard seat post. And also now the brand new and released today crankset, printed in titanium too, with customization of length, U-factor, and whatever you want. 1x, 2x is okay. So new bike day is fun day, but it's more turned to a new area about custom bike with proper clean integration. And yeah, now we are open a new window for doing more modern bike. Sometimes we can paint, sometimes not, but this is the customer choice. And yeah, today it's a road bike, but soonest it will be one all-road bike, and futurely also a gravel option with special fork for sure. Available with custom combo handmade in Utah from ENVE, or also two-piece bar stand.
Cool. Cool. Thanks for sharing your bike with us.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Vince Colvin with Chumba USA Bikes. We're at Austin, Texas. We're here at the ENVE Frame Builder Showcase at this year's Grodeo event. And it's our third year here at the event. We're one of the few that usually bring a mountain bike. Maybe next year we'll bring a gravel bike. But
No, don't.
No, don't? Yeah, fair enough. So this year we brought our steel Sendero, which is our long-standing hardtail model. Most people build this with a 130 to 120 travel fork, but we get a lot of requests for a rigid fork too. So we wanted to kind of showcase what we could do with custom paint to highlight that and make it a little more fun. So the paint job on this bike is a 3-tone Cerakote paint job, 3 different colors, and you can do like a variety of different layouts, a wide variety of different colors. And then we also do powder coat as well, typically. This frame design is also available in a titanium model, and the Thai model actually uses a few 3D printed components as well. Bigger tubing throughout and really wide array of finishes. All of our bikes have 4 sizes, but then we have the ability to do minor customizations and major customizations. We do a lot of actual fit customizations for riders who are in between sizes, or most often our custom bikes are usually for people who are smaller than the smallest size or bigger than the biggest size. So lots of options there. Another feature that's kind of cool about the bike that we brought here is that we've created a system that works with the transmission system from SRAM. So our dropouts here are stainless steel from Paragon Machine Works. We use the same dropouts on our gravel bike as well, and on both of our titanium models. And our system will do single speed, which we do quite a few of, a standard traditional mechanical geared system, the original Axis wireless kits, or also this new transmission, all just by changing that one little piece in the system. And one thing we're proud of too is that through being able to have that small piece on there, all of our existing frames are actually backward compatible with the new technology that SRAM came out with. A couple highlights about the ENVE parts on the bike. So we custom painted their ENVE mountain fork. This is by far like our favorite mountain fork to work with on a rigid bike. Some build quality on it's really nice. The ride quality is great. We did their alloy stem painted to a M7 35 millimeter carbon bar, and then their M630 wheel set, which is really a sweet spot for like a 2.4 tire. Industry 9 hubs on those was always nice, good engagement. We do a lot of single speed builds with those as well. And yeah, we're in Austin. Check us out. We've got three steel bikes, 3 Thai bikes, and can make your wildest dreams come true.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
My name is Steve Domahity. I'm with Viral Bikes, and this is the new Optimist 160. It's a 160 millimeter travel enduro bike, 160 rear, 170 front. This bike is currently set up with the new flight attendant RockShox suspension front and rear, controlled by the controller there that also does the dropper post. But the key thing here is that it's a pinion gearbox, 12-speed pinion gearbox with a new electronic shifting mechanism called Smart Shift. So this is 600% gear range with 17.7% gear jumps between every single gear. This frame is the first prototype of the Optimist 160. It's a 3D printed titanium lugs bonded to carbon tubes. Those lugs are 6.4 titanium, printed in EBM, electron beam melting technology, which is a derivative of laser sintering. But the bed, the print bed is heated to 700 degrees Celsius. So while they're printing the titanium, it's also annealing. So these lugs don't have to go through a heat treatment process. It's a single pivot layout with a flex stay built into the titanium dropout, and a super progressive suspension kinematic layout with the 160 millimeter travel, like I said. So about a 17% progressive shock rate with this suspension design. Just really wanted to make sure that my layout was open in the front triangle. Spent a lot of time on the kinematics, getting the shock in a placement where it was really out of the way and didn't interfere with water bottle placement and other tools. You could put another water bottle up here if you wanted to. And then a straight seat post, which was really critical to having the longest dropper post that you could possibly want for any given frame size. No kink in the seat tube to interrupt a dropper post. So those were some of the key elements that I was kind of searching for when I designed this frame, and I think it came out beautifully. It's super clean. Obviously, the pinion gearbox on a suspension bike has a lot of benefits. Not the least of which is that my anti-rise characteristics of the suspension design are the same in every single gear. So one of the cool things about having a single drive gear is that your kinematics don't change when you shift, unlike every other derailleur bike on the planet. You also lose about 2 pounds of unsprung mass in the back here, so your suspension is incredibly active and really reactive to terrain. That's a lot of weight of unsprung weight that no longer has to be suspended for the suspension to activate. The last thing that's really key to the pinion gearbox is that there is no way to have pedal kickback. There's a lot of problems with pedal kickback in the industry. It's a thing that people talk about pretty often, but because there's a free hub in both the cassette in the back and in the gearbox, basically it means that the suspension can move without pulling your cranks back and giving you pedal kickback. So pretty key thing in the pinion gearbox realm that is perfect for full suspension bikes. But so this is the Optimist 160.
So I hope you've enjoyed this little preview into the ENVE Composites Grodeo open house and some of these custom bike builds. It was cool to see how many 3D printed titanium parts were on the different bikes. If you go back and watch some of the video, you can see where some of the seams are, where the lugs are 3D printed titanium. Super, super cool. I hope you like this. Let me know what your favorite bike was out of the ones that I shared. I didn't share all of them. But as always, look for opportunities to give those old things new life, and it's cool to see some really new things and some new innovation. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Ciao.